Well, we got a quick follow-up to a story that we talked about, I think, back in the spring of this year. You may not remember the name Tanner Cook, but your kids might. He runs a channel on YouTube called Classified Goons. He's kind of a prankster, a provocateur, if you will. Tanner is 21 years old, and back in the spring, he went to a food court at a mall in Northern Virginia and started bothering a man who had just picked up his tray of food. On 2nd of April, the other man was 31-year-old Alan Cole. So they're both relatively young. Tanner's 21. The other guy's 31. Tanner, the YouTube provocateur, is 6'5", so he's taller than average, much taller than average. And he put his cell phone inches from the other man's face. Now, of course, all this was for his YouTube channel.
Yes.
Alan, the patsy, was simply confused, and he said menaced. That's the word his attorney used over and over in court. As Tanner moved closer, his phone kept repeating the phrase, "Hey, dip stick," only he didn't say dip stick. He said the verb. Said, "Hey, quit thinking about my Twinkie," through the Google Translate app. I guess he just programmed it to say that over and over again because it's nonsensical.
Yeah.
Because it's nonsensical.
Yeah.
So Alan says stop 3 different times. Tanner keeps advancing. Alan tried to push the phone from his face, and then he did it. Alan pulled out his own handgun and shot Tanner in the chest. Right there at the mall.
I don't know. Is it an overreaction, or are you asking for it if you keep on and keep on and keep on?
That's what a jury had to decide. And just last week, a jury in Northern Virginia found the shooter not guilty.
Boy. Not
guilty.
I'm not sure about this now.
The prosecution said that the facts simply don't support self-defense, which in the prosecution's mind would require you to reasonably fear you're in imminent danger of bodily harm.
I agree with that. I don't feel like you could think you're in imminent danger of bodily harm, but I don't think he should get like life in prison for it either. I think he should get some punishment.
The prosecution said, look, this guy Tanner's weird, but he's not a threat.
Right.
But nevertheless, the jury did not agree.
He's weird as much as he is annoying.
But I mean he's in your face. He's in your private space.
He's in your space, I know.
For sure.
I would have felt different about it. Let's say the guy didn't have a gun and punched him, and this Tanner falls and hits his head and dies. I would have felt differently about it. It's like, you're in my face. You've got the phone in my face. You keep on. I gave you every chance in the world to stop. I punch you.
Yeah, you deserve to be punished.
Yes.
But you don't deserve to die.
But a gun is different to me.
Now, Tanner did not die.
Oh, he didn't die.
No, he shot him in the chest.
Yes, right.
Tanner recovered from the gunshot wound.
He did.
And continues to make his videos, which he says bring him an extra $2 to $3 grand.
He still does stuff like this.
Evidently, I don't watch a lot of YouTubes.
You're doing that. You're asking for it.
I agree. But
in this country?
Don't you? To me, a gun is different. When you pull out a gun, I mean, I can kill you with that. If I punch you, I don't think I'm going to kill you. I'm trying to stop you and get you away from me.
That's not lethal force.
Possible I could, but very unlikely. If I shoot you in the chest...
My hands are registered as lethal weapons.
But if I shoot you in the chest, you could die. No doubt.
I would think you would.
I don't like it.
The guy's lucky.
I don't like that. I mean, but still...
I'm sure people are hollering at their speakers right now. FAFO.
I just got that. I just figured out. I just remember.
Yeah, we had to explain it to you.
You told me about a year ago. I know what FAFO means. Anonymous, you want to comment on this? Go ahead.
Yeah, one key detail is the YouTuber guy. He had another guy with him. And, I'm hard of hearing. So, 2 guys just come up to me and start getting in my face like that. One of them being over 6 foot. That's really intimidating.
You're right.
You don't know anybody's intentions.
Fair point. I guess someone else was recording.
You're right.
And he may have felt threatened.
And if you are...
his life.
Yeah. And if you're confused and, like you said, you're hard of hearing, whatever, and it's like, what's going on here? And he gave him every chance. He gave him every chance. Glenn is on the line to comment on this, too. Thank you very much. Glenn, go ahead.
Kelly, how is the guy supposed to know he's not a threat? There's so many sites.
Yeah, you're right.
He doesn't know, doctor.
No, you don't. But, I mean, can you shoot? I hear what you're saying. How is he supposed to know he's not a threat?
He said there's so many psychos out there.
There are. But if somebody comes up and gets in your face and says, hey, man, give me some money. And I say, I'm not. And he goes, come on, give me some money. And I'm not.
Follows
me 2 or 3 minutes. Give me some money. Can I turn around and shoot him?
No. But Kelly, there's too many psychos in this world that what if the guy was a psycho? What if he did hurt the guy?
I know.
And the guy had it. Then why he should have pulled his gun?
I know. I mean, you're right. There's no question about it. But at what point do you pull out a gun on somebody and shoot them? I could have killed him. Absolutely. I agree with you, but I don't know what that line is. It's a tough one. That's a gray area to me. Like I just said, if somebody's begging me for money and I keep saying no, 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 he could take out a gun and shoot me. But if I take out a gun and shoot him, have I crossed the line?
That's why you don't mess with strangers. You stay out of people's business, stay out of people's way, stay out of people's faces.
F-A-F-O. Thank you, Glenn. I hear what you're saying. I hear you, man. I don't know. That's why, what
you go up
said.
to somebody in the mall, your height, Kelly, and you just get up next to them and keep your phone in their face for whatever reason. I mean, what are they supposed to think?
I agree. You kind of get
That's
what's
a threat
coming
to somebody.
I certainly would expect to be punched in the nose. I certainly would expect
Absolutely.
that. I just think...
This is America. I mean, you do that, and I mean that's what happens.
I just think
nowadays.
these days we're so raw and so on edge. We're quick to draw too. We're quick to draw our gun, and that scares me in a lot of ways.
Well, because the people with a gun think everybody else has a gun.
Correct, and they may be right.
With the gun.
I mean, there's a lot of guns out there.
They're out there. It's like 2 girls for every boy, 3 guns for every person. It's like the old song.
You're right.
It's just more dangerous.
Somebody got a gun.
Yeah, and most people that carry a gun think the other person they're more likely to think that the other person has a gun. Whereas I'm the other. I figure you don't have a gun.
I've always thought
I don't
that.
carry a gun.
I'm wrong on that. I always think, nobody's got a gun in here, but they do. You just know they do.